So yes, darling, this is going to be a video showing you how I achieve this style. This is not necessarily a tutorial, but just a little video. Not literal. This video is clocking at over 18 minutes. This is just a little video showing you how I achieved this half shave style with these bedhead. I just finished doing my boo type of waves. Hopefully I have this up by Valentine's Day. Now, my hair was already prepped prior to filming this video. If you have not seen my video on how to prep your hair for quick weaves, click now, and also there'll be a link down below. Now, starting out with the weave, this hair, I just had a whole bunch of issues with this hair. I thought I was going to do a dark roots, but for some reason the color did not come out great at all. So I was like, you know what, let me just put this at the bottom. But the hair that I'm using is the Janet collection, the new Yaki wave in a number 51, so it already came gray. I didn't have to dye it, so that was good. I do plan on doing another video showing you how to get gray hair, because this gray hair was so hard to find, like for real. I was searching for at least like 3 months trying to find already processed gray hair at like the beauty supply store, because I did not feel like dyeing hair, but seeing how hard it is to get, I might have to just get some blonde hair and make it happen. But so yeah, I just decided against those dark roots and I just glued it at the bottom. And since I'm not leaving my hair out, and my hair is a little bit longer on the sides, I wanted to do a little bit of black. I wanted to do a little Cruella de Vil, throw that up in there too. So I put some black on the side, so you can see here that after I started to glue these, I decided that I wanted to do black. So I just cut just a little bit of the gray hair off so I could put the black in there and have a kind of like a half and half, so it kind of blends a little bit better with my hair. So I find when my hair is longer on the sides, the unnatural colors don't really look that natural, but if I have like a stripe of black there, it makes it look a little more natural. It's a little bit trendier too. Not everybody has this type of hairstyle, so it's always good. And especially this color, like, I feel like gray hair needs to be in like if you're going to do gray, you need to do it in like a trendy shape. Like long gray hair is so boring. And so I decided I wanted to do like this really asymmetrical bob, much shorter than what I did in the last video. If you haven't seen my asymmetrical half shaved video, I suggest you click on it now. I'll leave a link down below. But I did it a little bit shorter because I wanted it to be like a little bit like 90s fly girl type of thing, if that makes sense. But I wanted it to be very blunt, and you'll see towards the end of the video and how I did that. So when I was gluing the hair, I was doing it in like a C formation. I can't get over how bad that dye took to this hair. I'm like, this dye just makes me look like a champ. I would never buy beauty supply store color again. That's what happens when you're strapped for time. But anyway, so you see right here that I'm doing the black and then I'm kind of layering it. So once I put the closure on, it'll look blended and very natural looking. And I wanted it to be a little bit heavier than I usually do. So I used that's all they had at the hair store. I used a pack of the gray hair and about a quarter pack, probably less than that, in the black hair. So this is pretty much what I did. So I'm going to continue to do that until I get to the black part. Now my video camera had cut out. I didn't even realize that it stopped filming. But basically what I did is I started to do the invisible part, and all I'm doing is cutting little pieces of track and gluing them close together, as close to the hairline as possible without them showing. And in the event that some of the tracks if you do choose to do this style, I mean, you obviously don't want them spaced too far apart, but if there's a couple tracks showing, that's okay, because when you put your closure on, it covers everything anyway, so you don't have to be too precise with it, but you still want to be a little neat. Now that I have my new camera, it's kind of hard for me to see the invisible part, like doing this on here. So yeah. Now I already went ahead and made my closure. If you have not seen my closure video, I'll leave a link down below, as well as a link in the video if you're on your computer. So just a quick rundown of the closure. You make your closure, roll it up the way that you would a normal closure, but the only thing different is you're making it into a semicircle instead of a regular circle, because you want that flat edge to be on the outside of your weave. You want that facing, you want that towards the hair that you have left out, towards your quote shaved side. So that's the main difference between my closures and a regular closure. It's just a semicircle, and you want to just position it to the right spot so it looks and falls a little natural. And as you can see, the hair from the closure completely covers up the tracks, so it makes everything look more natural. So now that the closure is done, I'm about to do my bob. And yeah, this cutting a blunt bob at that, on yourself is so hard, but I find it's a little bit easier if I put my hair up in a ponytail and cut downward. Now if you do this, make sure that you keep it even tension. You don't want to drag the hair, you don't want to move it, because you'll see that you'll have extra pieces. So in making the angled bob, I cut the back first, and I'm just pulling back all my hair to the shortest piece just to blend it in, and it makes it a lot easier to get your base for doing the asymmetrical bob. It gives you a nice base, and I always cut my hair just a little bit longer just to account for that little bit of the jagged look that happens when you cut it. Now when you're doing this, if you choose to do this, definitely take your time, because even for me, doing this type of style on myself, something that needs it's a precision cut. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of time to get that line straight, and I definitely was doing this for a while. So what I was doing, I'm just using a little bit of a razor just to kind of thin out the ends in the back just a little bit. And that's pretty much all I was doing, is just making sure that line is even, because it was irking my soul so bad. I don't know if I'll ever cut a precise, asymmetrical bob on myself again, like a blunt cut, because it's easier to do it with a razor, but I wanted the ends to be really just blunt and kind of thick. So while I'm cutting this hair, let me tell you a little bit about this hair. So I got this hair. This is Janet collection hair. And it was the perfect gray color. I mean, it was a little bit too yellow for my taste, but I still like that gray color. I've been looking everywhere for gray hair, as you can see in my previous videos, but I could not find it, so I thought I was going to have to make it myself, but I didn't really feel like it. So I'm like, let me go into the beauty supply store, and I found this hair, and I was like, yes. But the only thing I don't like is it sheds like a dog, so I really wouldn't recommend anybody use this hair, because it sheds so bad. I probably will not use this hair again. So if you see here, I had to switch to my kitchen scissors, because especially with working with yaki human hair, it gets a little thick, so I'm not really trying to dull out my hair cutting scissors, trying to get this hair cut. So I just switched to some heavier duty scissors and handled my business, Alright, so this is 14 years later. Finally finished my hair. And this is actually about 3 days later. I can't even tell you how many times I tried to film this tutorial, and my camera my memory cards just kept messing up on me. So this is like 3 days later. So I'm just curling my hair with my flat iron. Surprisingly, I've never curled my hair with a flat iron before. I'm so used to using like Marcel irons, like the old school irons. It's funny, I only started using electric curling irons when I started this channel like 2 years ago. So I've only been using electric curling irons and everything for 2 years because I'm so used to just using the Marcel irons on myself. But yeah, I wanted a curl that was just a little bit messy, not so much a pretty curl, if that makes any sense. I kind of wanted it like a wave curl. So I'm just like running my hair through the flat iron, twisting the iron around as I go down the hair strand, and kind of dragging the ends a little bit, kind of, you know, making it more elongated so it's more curled in the middle. So I just did that to all the front, and then, you know, you do the same for the back. And I used a 1-inch a 1-inch flat iron to give me that nice beveled wave, nice messy bed head. So if you do this style for Valentine's Day, it'll look even better the next day. As we all know, I love bed head, and this is the perfect bed head type of curl. So it just gets better as it gets a little older. So you just finish that up, and then you just go back in after everything's curled, and you fluff and tease to your liking, and you are good to go. Now here's a little trick that I like to use when I do my half-shaved styles, and I don't really want to cut a bang, but the hair falls in my face sometimes. Sometimes I go back in with my my teasing comb and kind of tease up the hair to kind of make it stay in place where I want it to stay. So that's how I can get away with doing a longer bang on a half-shaved style without it falling in my face. So if you ever find that when you do your half-shaved styles, and sometimes the hair kind of flops in your face and it's kind of getting on your nerves, just go back in with a teasing brush, and it will keep everything in place. It'll give you a little boost of volume also. So after you're done, you just want to brush out your sides, because my sides were gelled down a little bit. You brush everything out, and you are good to go. You'll be serving 50 Shades of Fierce. As always, if you enjoyed this little video, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Shashi.